And that's why storytelling comes into picture, because if you don't tell your story properly, no person can get convinced, right? And that's where storytelling comes into picture. So for storytelling, what do you require? Um, so in a general movie as well, right? You might see that in a movie there will be a story which will say that a story starts. There will be struggle. There will be peak when there will be happiness, um, and then there will be a villain which will be creating a lot of problems. So there will be sadness again, and then hero comes into picture. He solves the problem, and then there will be happy ending basically. So that is a story, general story, which we can try to portray as well through data visualization. uh, and by doing what? By setting a context. We need to understand the context to set the context. What the context mean is, you need to understand the data first, and what is the business issue is. In the previous example, I mentioned that a person has given you a problem of production decreasing, reducing year on year. But if you are not from petroleum industry, you won't get the context. It is, well, yeah, you can get it, but it will be difficult. So you need to understand the context first in order to tell a story. We need to choose an effective visualization, which we already covered. Like if we choose pie chart instead of line chart, you are not doing a very good job, and your story will not be convincing. Yep. We can eliminate a lot of clutter. Why we require that? Because you might be noticing that in a particular movie, it can get interesting. You think it can get interesting, but there will be a lot of side roles, a lot many characters, which loses our interest, right? We don't want that. We want very simple, yet very appealing story, and that is why we require to eliminate clutter. If we have a lot many outliers, um, outliers. Outliers is a concept in itself, but outlier basically means which is not pertaining to uh, well, a general range, right? It is way far off, and that can be in most of the cases that is an incorrect value. And from business understanding, if we want to remove that, we can remove it to make better decisions. So eliminating clutters, we can even remove the columns which are not required and rows which are not required. Okay? Because if it is there, it will be confusing. We need to focus attention. Um, Focus attention, it means that if you are telling a story, um, then you need to focus on a particular aspect. Let's say if my boss is interested in seeing India only, then we need to focus on India and not go into other countries like US, Brazil, and so on. Because if we go there, he will lose interest again. So we need to focus on India and then deep dive into Indian data. So we need to focus our attention to what is required from the audience. And then tell the story. Once everything is in place, you are in a good position to tell a story, which I am right now. So if you talk about this presentation in particular, or this workshop in particular, I need to understand the context, which is I should be understanding the data visualization concept. I should be having proper visuals, which I am trying to show you. Um, I should be eliminating clutter. I should not be having extra slides. I should focus your attention to one slide only. If I go into multiple slides, you will be confused. And again, focus on a particular point and not divert from what I have in my mind. And then I am in a very good position to tell a story because I have all the checks done. Right. Tell the story is you will realize when you join the corporate world or you have business of your own. Telling a story is very important to convince the people, and to make decisions. And it's an art again. But yeah, it can be learned. Okay. So in terms of storytelling, we can have narrative, we can have data, and we can have visual. Narrative means what I'm speaking right now. Visual is what you are seeing right now. Data means what is the content, right? So if we have, let's say, narrative and data, let's say I don't have visual and I'm not presenting anything, then I can basically explain. I cannot engage, right? I can just explain. If I have visuals, if I have data, but I'm not seeing anything, that simply means enlightening, right? If I stop talking right now, and if you have this, you will again understand few things, but not a lot of things. What I want to explain, right? If you have visuals and narrative, and if you don't have data, you can simply engage, right? But the change comes from all of them. If you want to make a change in your organization, or basically you want to change someone's mindset, you want to have anything, all of them, narrative, visual, and data. Right, I basically explained that. I should have seen that this first. Okay. Okay, so this is basics of storytelling. Again, it's a huge topic, but again, it's an art. So you need to divest, or I'm sorry, you need to invest a lot of time to understand how to, from your experience, how to best storytell. People are sometimes natural at that, at storytelling, and people like me struggle, and then improve with time. Right. Okay. Any questions on storytelling before we move further?
Sir.
Yeah. Yes, I heard something, but then I lost. Okay. All right. Okay, let's move on to interactivity. Well, we have just last two topics. Um, we will take break after this. Right. Or is anyone in the mood of taking a break right now? Because we will be anyhow finishing it in next 30 minutes or next 40 minutes if there are no questions. Okay. It seems that everyone has put their microphone on the sides, and I am just blabbering.
Sir, both are okay. It's
All
your
right.
choice. Make the choice.
Great, great, great. All right. So we will take five, 5 minutes break. That will again energize us. So 5 minutes break, and we will reconvene at 4:52, which is
Right.
5 minutes from now. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Sir,
Mhm. Well, that hello was for a question. Yeah.
sir,
Hello.
how will I get the attendance for this workshop?
I am not sure. Organizers, any comments? So if you are asking if how will you be marked at attendee of this workshop, I'm sure that the organizer would have taken note of that.
Actually, the organizer can download the attendance list
Yep.
directly from his settings.
Yeah. So that
That
is
is
your
how our college attendance is marked.
oh, nice.
It's already done.
Great, great, great.
Hello.
Yep.
I'm I'm unable to download that attendance sheet.
Only the organizer would be able to download the attendance sheet, not
So
anybody else.
I would say don't worry about that. If you have attended that, it's already marked. Well, it's not very nice to say you are already marked, but stay with me for 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay, okay.
And the attendance is marked automatically, so don't worry about that.
What about the work which is assigned later?
Yeah, we'll get to that in some time.
Okay, thank you.
All right, great. Okay, so I am extending the break. Now it will be till 5:54. 5:54. All right,
Sir, round it to 5.
great. 5:55. Yay.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yes, sir.
I did not. Yeah. Anyone?
Yes, yes, present, sir.
Yeah.
I think the break is for.
Yeah, that's all. I'll start now. Will someone? Yeah, I think Siva. Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for reminding. We'll start off. Okay. So it's 55 now. Now what we will be looking into is for storytelling. I mentioned there should be some focus, and how do you obtain that focus is through interactivity. One of the ways is to make your visualization interactive, right? So okay, let me make it slideshow. Okay, good. Okay, so interactivity, what does it mean? It means that when you click on a visualization, it should do something. So the visualizations are interactive. It means that it is related to other visual, and we click on something, it will do something, right? Let's say if I click on, we'll see this. I am just interested in airfare. I can click on airfare, and the bubbles will only be filtered out according to the airfare. Let's do that. So what I just a minute. Yeah. So what I intend to do is let's see interactivity in practice. Let me know when you can see the screen of visualization. Yeah.
It's visible now, sir.
All right. Great. So what interactivity means is when I am from the production management background, and I just want to focus on airfare, I can click on airfare, and the visualization will get filtered according to like this timeline. We can see that airfare has not been charged during this time, and the bubbles, we can see that it is filtered out according to what I've selected. If I just click on employee training, then we can see that there are some expenses made at this time, and this time, and the cost of that is very low, $7 and so on. So these are the expenses made for production management employee training. And there is one bubble, which is a huge one, which is $14K spent in January. So that can be the annual budget for employee training, yeah, as per my understanding. So yeah, we can interactivity means that if you're wanting to see a particular section, then basically you can select that and view accordingly, right? So here as well, employee training, when I select, you can see the details, expense details. It is only pertaining to that employees or that expenses. Yeah. If I click on conferences, we can see that when it was spent, what are the line items, and so this is varying. So we can see that conferences is having a varied expenses. Is having varied expense. Yeah. If we click on let's say finance team and employee training, yeah, so we can see clearly the difference. We can, let me just mark both, right? So if I mark both, yeah, I marked employee training for finance, and what I want is I want to compare the employee training for both of the department. So I've clicked that, and we can very clearly see that training budget for production management is very low. The training budget for finance team is very high, and in which month they are making that. Yeah. So you can very well see that when I click on some part, when I interact, when I make the visualization interactive, it becomes very useful than earlier static version, right? So this is this is how the interactivity works, and we will try to create this kind of interactivity tomorrow when we have our hands on. Yeah. Let's see. Oh no. Let's see another example. By the way, this is an open site and you can also go here. I'll provide the link to you at the end of the session. You can always go there and see. So if I click on, let's say I'm interested, this is beyond the alarm rate. So this is production equipment surveillance, and we want to see the status of all the wells. Most of them are green. This is a live data, by the way. So you can see it might change on the go as well. So let's say this is red. I want to select that. So when I click on that, it will show me particularly to that, and it will show me pressure is rising. Yeah, and you can see it is a live data as well. So it will keep on coming. There might be some issue. That's why it is the pressure is high and it is reducing again. So we can see that it would already have been solved or something like that. Is it interesting? I find this very interesting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. And again, filters are also interactive. Like if we just want to focus on, let's say, North Basin, and then we can see which are the North Basin wells. And if we, let's say, just want to select operator D, then these are from the operator D and so on. And this is the KPI chart that we were talking about. Just 3 numbers, but very important numbers. Like how many are having pressure alerts, how many are having motor alerts, how many active wells are there. Right? And on a geographical map, you can very well see that which well is having the alarm gone on, and where they lie. All right. Yeah, so the intention of showing you this dashboard is just to show you the interactivity. Like if I click on the bubble, it might do something, right? It will select, it will filter out only on that. One more interactivity example is, let me move on to adjustable alerts. So as you know, in alerts, there might be some range or some value selected beyond which the alarm will basically go on. So let's say I want to put the alert threshold according to my understanding. So I can increase it, and when I increase it, we can see that most of them have gone green. If I increase it further, we will be able to see that all of them are green, right? Because our threshold is too high, and this bubble is about to go beyond that threshold as well. Now it is decreasing and so on. Yeah? And if we reduce the threshold, we will be able to see that all of them are red. Yeah, all of them are red means we have threshold. We have kept the threshold so low that all the alarms have been well, it's occurring. Yeah, the alarms are on. All right, and you can see what is the pressure as well for individual wells. All right, you can even if you have the data source, you can even create this kind of visualization. And now you can imagine that how helpful can this be for a team or even a company. Yeah, because from the alarms perspective, you can understand that if there is anything wrong, the alarm is the first indication. All right, let's jump back to the visualization or the presentation. The last topic for today is dashboard creation. Now, what is dashboard? Dashboard is simply accumulation of visuals in order to tell a proper story, in order to be focused on a topic and deliver your presentation. So instead of presentation, you can even use dashboards. Nowadays, people are using dashboards instead of presentation directly. So dashboard creation entangles a few features or few tips or tricks. I'll just go through that because anyhow we'll be looking into this detailed when we do or when we create dashboards tomorrow. Right. So think like the end user. The first and the foremost is think like the end user. If you don't think like the end user, you won't be able to create effective visualization or won't be able to generate effective visualization. All right. Find the right balance. Right balance means you don't want to show all the bar charts. You don't want to show all the pie charts. It has to be a right balance. You don't want to show just one color or two color. You want to find the right balance, what your audience wants. The design should be appealing, popular widgets, and chart type. Yeah. So again, we are back at that point. Like people prefer using general chart types because they are easy to understand, and we don't want to put lot many efforts to explain a visual to anyone. Interactivity, it's very important. Performance of the dashboard matters. Like for example, I was creating a dashboard for one of the asset, and the loading time was 20 minutes, which was huge, and people started avoiding that dashboard and not using it anymore because the dashboard loading time was 20 minutes, and which is not acceptable. So it has to be optimum at its performance so that people can use it easily, and it should be user friendly. Data formatting should be proper. Export options. Someone was mentioning how do we publish the report. Now, when we talk about export options, it is that like, do we export it in PDF? Do we export it in on a web player kind of thing, like on the web? Do we export it in an Excel format? What kind of export do the audience want? And we will export in that format only. Yep. And we can publish the report as well. Get your spellings right. That's always the case. Check the data. Now this is very important. The last point is well, the last one, but it's very important. It means that well, you cannot publish the report until you are very sure that the data is right. Because garbage in, garbage out, if you show incorrect information, the decision will also be incorrect. And that's why you need to make sure that the data is right. So all the QC, quality check, quality assurance comes into picture, and you need to make sure that the data is correct. Well, general step of developing a dashboard includes defining your problem statement, defining your dashboard. Then you need to develop a prototype. Prototype as in you can create sketch kind of thing to see that will it look good or will it be effective or not. Then you actually build it and then you deploy it. Deploy it. It means that you are basically showcasing your dashboard to your audience or the users and users. Yep. Okay. So is there any question in dashboard or interactivity before we jump to the last part of the session?
So what tool do we use to create this dashboard?
Okay, so in tomorrow's session, I'll get to that. So in tomorrow's session, we will be using Spotfire. We can use Power BI as well, but it will be good to use some other thing like Power BI is an open tool. So what I would suggest is you go to the Spotfire site, which will be shared after the session. You download the trial version, which is for 30 days. Spotfire is heavily used in Shell, at least. I know a lot many companies which is using Spotfire. Power BI well, we have started using Power BI as well. So yeah, it is also famous. People use Tableau, they use ClickView and so on.
Sir,
Sorry.
sir, I have no laptop or desktop. How can I?
Oh, that's a issue. So how are you joining right now from the mobile?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Same problem I have. I have only phone.
Okay, then then you need to. Well, it would be difficult then. You need to now then play along with me. You can just see, then you can experience when you have your laptop on.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sure. But
Okay,
tomorrow,
sir.
what we can do is My plan was do hands-on. Hands-on means you do along with me as well. But if you are not able to do it, you can always see what I'm doing.
Okay, sir.
And the session will be recorded once you have your laptop back, or once you have a laptop, you can practice them.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, then
Uh,
then what about sir? Then what about our assignment? If we don't complete that?
Well, I'm not sure. You you need to talk to the organizers then. I'm sure
Yes.
that there will be a way out, but yeah.
Okay, sir.
Get in touch with the organizers then. Yeah, whoever is
Yes.
having that problem, that's a fair problem. You just get in contact with the organizer and we can solve that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but for others who are having laptop, this is the assignment. Download and install Spotify trial version on your computer. The site will be provided to you. But in case you want to make note right now, I'll provide that to you in the chat box. And download it from the app. How do we take?
So even we can create dashboards using Python.
Yeah, using Python you can create dashboards, but you need to understand Python is then very powerful. You can create, but this kind of tool like Spotify, Tableau, and Power BI, they are very specific to this kind of stuff: data preparation, data collection, data visualization. And
For
when we
analyzing,
sorry.
so first we have to analyze using Python. Then if we are interested in creating dashboards using Python, we can, or else we'll shift to Spotify or Tableau or something. Is
Yeah,
that
you
so?
can analyze. So Python is an open source, right? You can extract the data using Python. You can web scrape. Um, those kind of features are there in Spotfire as well, but then it will be having limited features, right? Because Spotfire is an open source and it's a programming language, so you can do whatever you want there. But in Spotfire, what the company envisions is it will try to incorporate or involve all the features that is being used currently in the industry. But if you want to go beyond that, you need to use Python.
Okay, sir.
So I have sent a link where you can install the trial version. Then another assignment is go through the demo files or demo videos. It will be very interesting. And you will get used to how to click and how to use Spotfire. So this is another. And the last one is I'll share this file at the end of the session. And what you need to do is understand the data. This is a data. You need to understand it and create basic visualization, 3 to 4 visualization, which will give you an idea of how the data is, and you can basically explore the data. Yeah, in Excel. Once you are clear in Excel, we will try to create that in Power BI or Spotfire. Okay, is that clear? It's a very simple one. It will hardly take 1 to 2 hours, but it would be worth. I'll just ask organizers if there is any issue with the assignment, or is everything okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty much basic, so I don't see any problems. But what I'll do is I'll share the file and links or the presentation in a plain format after this session. All right.
Okay, sir.
All right. So I'll again ask: is there any question we can discuss? We have a lot of time, but my plan was to finish till this point only because that would be too much after that.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, can you jump back to that interactivity slide?
Slide.
Interactivity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, what does that straight line plot show? Like, what does it depict?
Which
That the
one?
line plot, the line
Line.
plot.
Let me
Yes.
see. I'm not sure of that. Let's see together. So we have budget. If I hover over this point, let's see what it shows. It shows me, yeah, it basically over the time, how much expenses are being made in this particular department. So if we see this, we can see that for production management, there was a peak in the initial, then it was very constant, then there were some peaks, and then it was high plateau. Right. So we are making the expenses according to this trend. Whereas if we see in finance department, we can see that there is only one peak, but we are not spending too much in finance.
Right, sir. So it is the cumulative expense made in product
Yes.
management over time.
Yes, exactly. And if we click on any particular thing, let's say employee training, then we can see that over the time, this bubble is basically representing this bubble.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can see that these are the expenses made.
Right, sir.
You can always go here, experience the interactivity. So this site that I shared, it will give you a lot many demo. This is just one demo. It will give you a lot many demo. Just go there and try to explore a few things. And in your in your skill sets, like or the knowledge that you have from your degree or from your college, just try to think in which areas you can incorporate this kind of visualization, right? That will be a good exercise as well.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yeah, because in your final year report or those kind of things, it would be very useful to show visualization instead of data or just text, right? So there you can use it as well. Great. Are there any questions?
Sir, you were showing some data after these slides
Mhm.
and the production data, and you said that there is a site we can visit and we can watch those visualizations.
The production, you mean? Uh,
Yes, this data. I think
okay.
you said this is a open site sort of thing.
Yeah, it's an open site. So the link that I have shared with you, it will open up this gallery. Learn. So this is the first link where you can download the free trial of Spotify desktop. Yeah. And if you want to see the demo, you can always go to learn and well, the second link. Let me just paste that link.
Sir,
Mhm.
sir, what's data streams?
Where is that? Where do you find that?
Sir, when I go to the link that you have shared under free trial, I can download either TIBCO Spotify trial or TIBCO Cloud Data Streams trial.
Okay, let me just check. Huh? This one, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
You need to fill it. Then you need to confirm your email address. Then
okay.
you will be redirected to their site where
Okay.
you
So
have the
what are the
option.
options?
I'm narrating it to you. So hold on, sir. You can either download the TIBCO Spotify trial or the TIBCO Cloud Data Streams trial.
No, the first one. You need to download this TIBCO Spotify trial.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay. So I was mentioning, if you open that link that I've shared, it will open up interactive demos. You have a range of interactive demo. This was the one that I presented. But you can open up anything and explore, yeah, how they have created and what are the features. Again, this is Spotfire, but we have various tools like Tableau, which works in a very similar way. We have ClickView, which is again similar. Power BI is a bit different, but again, it can do all the things that Spotfire can do. All right. Okay, so with that, I'll again ask, are there any questions, or we can simply drop off then? All right. So
Hello, hello,
yeah,
sir.
go on, Santosh.
Sir, I have a question that I basically not know these type of thing, but I try to understand this. And then
Yeah.
what is the then how it is possible, sir, to understand all these?
Which one? The dashboards you mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't worry about if you understand or not. Just try to walk through. Just try to play along with the file. Click on few things. See how interactive it is. Try to detect the type of visualization used, bar chart, light chart, and so on. Don't worry about the content that it is showing right now. Yeah.
Sir, but I also like this thing to do with myself, but I'll try. It's not going well with me.
No worries. Tomorrow is the session for that only. We will be doing hands-on. You will be you will be able to create dashboards on the fly then. All right.
Okay, sir.
Just one more question since we have the audience in place. Tomorrow I'm planning to take the session from 1 p.m. to 3:30 or 4 p.m. Indian time. Will that be fine?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Yes, sir, fine.
All right.
No issues, sir.
All right. I have some other engagement. So tomorrow's session will be from 1 to 3:30 or 4, and you will get a note of that as well.
Okay, sir.
All right. Great.
Great.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks for taking your time. Let's connect back tomorrow then. Yes,
Sir,
Jatin. Sorry.
sir.
Sir. Good.
Hello, sir.
Uh,
Hello.
yes, I can hear someone. I can hear
Sir,
Kripal.
yes, I'm Kripal, sir. It's my question is like I have asked starting of the session.
I did not get that, Kripal.
Sir, hello. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, you are audible.
So my question was like machine learning and the neural network experience here. Some example.
Well, it's a separate topic. I have to say, but I would again love to take that. So can we just park that right now because machine learning and data visualization are a separate topic,
Yeah,
although
it's
they are linked a bit. But yeah, machine learning you can always go online and search. But what do you want to know particularly anything
sir.
about?
Not particularly. Actually, I'm currently working on the machine learning stuff and neural network. So just want to share some experience with you. Like we are working on the project. So do you have any?
Sir, like, sir, we are working on a ML project right now. We would like love to hear from you. Like, if you could share your
So
personal practical work, like
sure.
what you
So
have that you have
okay,
actually done.
okay, all right. So considering all the audience, we can have a separate connect. Yeah, because not everyone might be interested in that. So we can have a separate connect where you can share what you are doing and I can share my experience as well. All right.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Sure.
Okay, but for now, let's just focus on the topic. Any questions on the data visualization? Jatin, I can see